I love these shorter episodes of The Bachelors, you guys. Keep it to the point, you know? The point being, get rid of everyone whose name I have NFI about and have some controversial drama where whosy tells whatsy that so-and-so fucked a Bachie. Speaking of, where is the fucking? Weren't we promised fucking? I thought that was the point of Biohazard Plaza up there in the skyscraper. I want sex and I want drama centered around sex as long as it's not misogynistic, thank you. Speaking of, Biohazard Plaza is where Oshi has shown up to chat through where the men are at. Jed is at disassociation, apparently, he's fully tapped out, hey. The man wants OUT. Meanwhile Meditation Daddy has leaned in so hard he's fallen in love with 3 women. 3 women. Thomas. That wasn't the idea. He says one of these women is Lauren, which I am skeptical about since I still couldn't pick her out of a lineup. They head out on a romantic single date to what looks like a caravan park with a nice view, and the crew have generously, provided not a personal bartender, but one box with spicy margarita mix inside. Ha 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 ha, they literally have to make their date drinks. Surely the producers are trolling us now. Felix has taken Tilly go-karting because A, the producers have fully tapped out with his dates since he's clearly not emotionally ready for anything serious, and B, because all he and Tilly have done since they met is grind sexually in well-lit parts of the Bachelor Mansion. I've never been more invested in 2 people who aren't famous, who I do not know, fucking each other. I need them to fuck. Why? Am I ovulating? Are we all feeling this way? Please tell me, please. Regardless, Sealy is absolutely not here to fuck. It's like he got saved at Hillsong, I swear to God. The man has totally 180'd on Tilly and keeps borderline shoving her off when she tries to cuddle and kiss him, which is some seriously mixed messages for her. Back over at Clancy's Caravan Park, Meditation Daddy wants Lauren to open up about her feelings more. She says this doesn't come naturally to her on a top-rating Australian reality show where she has NFI if she's going to be brutally dumped in 24 hours. You don't say. Anyway, she sort of opens up, then he says he's going to propose, which is fucking insanity. This is seriously unhinged. You cannot be saying you're going to propose but you're also in love with 3 women. Lauren hedges the question of whether she'll say yes if it's her by saying I'll be saying yes to my future, which is akin to a promise ring tbh, but sure. Anyway, somewhere off screen something must have happened with these 2 because they're banging on about being a perfect match and there being no concerns or problems. When did Meditation Daddy even realize Lauren existed? It feels like it was 48 hours ago. Over to Jed, who has been forced yet again to conquer his fears for no other reason than for great television purposes. This poor man. He tells us he's being completely not cool on these dates where he's crying while dangling from skyscrapers and so on. But he likes doing it with Alicia, who he tells us he's falling in love with. To her, he says, I can see myself falling in love with you, and she tells him she really likes him. This is a far more normal exchange to be having on this show, unlike old marriage daddy out here. Felix and Tilly have gone back to the Biohazard pad to fuck. Kidding. I wish it was to fuck instead, it's so Mr. Hillsong can talk about his feelings, and does Tilly have any feelings for him? Are they emotionally in tune? The answer is absolutely fucking not, but also is Felix in tune with anyone right now? No, because he might actually just be a sex robot the show created. I don't buy this new mature Felix for a second. Tilly's like, next it's morning and the Bachelors are trying to think of a super romantic way to invite the ladies to dinner, so they settle on scrawling ugly text signs they stick on the windows. Everyone goes to dinner, it's lovely. Then Bella says they should play Never Have I Ever, but honestly it's not that exciting, bar someone asking if any of them plan on doing a honey badger, and Felix pipes up. He says at one point maybe, but now he's pretty confident he wants a relationship. That talking point turns into another grilling sash of Jess. Everyone wants to know what her ideal plan looks like for the future, and she's basically saying if Felix picks her she'll dump Damien and ride off into the sunset with him, but she wants to be with someone who is open to the possibility of an open relationship, which is a lot of opens in one sentence. Everyone is still riled up about Jess and her open relationship desires, even though she's been fully transparent about it this whole time, albeit a bit confused along the way. But there's no time, you guys. No time to dwell. Because Osher busts out of the drywall to tell us that psyche. This wasn't a nice dinner party. It was a fucking rose ceremony. Each Bach will hand out 3 roses to their ladies, which means 1 from each Bach will go home. This is Bachelor's chaos and I love it. First to give a rose is Meditation Daddy, who barely wastes 1 second before rushing over to Lauren. Alicia gets 1 too, dare. Anyway, Thomas is rushing through it, with Leah getting 1. Felix gives Abigail 1. Some other person gets 1, who is this? Then Jed's down to his final rose. Will it be Whatsy or Bella? To be honest, I expected Bella since, well, I know her name, but in a stunning twist, Jed gives Whatsy a rose while Bella watches uncomfortably from an armchair. Bella's leaving is actually really sweet, or am I just so bored by this episode that anything enthuses me, because Jed passionately tells her to never change for anyone, and that he's sorry she isn't staying, etc., and Bella is all "we'll always have our dumb couple tattoos." They really do seem like good mates. Then it's Meditation Daddy's turn to pick between GC Gwyneth and Jasmine, which is like the easiest choice since GC Gwyneth is so aligned with his chakras they may as well be spiritually married, while Jas is someone he has known for 2 hours. GC Gwyneth gets it, which means we get to see Jas walk around like a very glamorous, very drunk scorned wife considering murdering her husband. I think her line in the car of "it's heartbreaking because I was really starting to fall for the boy" says it all. The man is 38. Anyway, love Jas, but she was way too young for Daddy. Anyway, what we were all waiting for, will Felix pick our savior Crystal, the right choice, or Tilly the sex goddess, only the wrong choice BC she's up against Crystal. Tilly is freaking out and Alicia, who seems to be everyone's best friend right now, tells her she needs to go show him this vulnerable side now, at the final hour. That'll fix everything. Actually, normally that would fix everything on this show, and for a long minute I thought they were going to do Crystal so dirty. I like Tilly and I would have been into her sticking around if it came down to her and literally anyone else, but Crystal is now my girl in a weird, recap parasocial relationship kind of way. So imagine my thrill when, despite all the music suggesting otherwise, Felix walks up to Crystal with a rose. Will she stick around to finale? God no. Am I glad she's here for at least 1 more episode? Fuck yes. Tilly is devastated and Mr. Hillsong walks her outside to basically tell her, I shit you not, that if he was old Felix from the start of the show he would have picked her because she's the kind of girl he always went for, but he's matured and changed. Mr. Hillsong is out here literally saying you're the kind of girl I'd have fucked when I was a player. Ag, I hate it. I wanted her to punch him square in the nose. I sense some tires that might need slashing and as we all know, I am the woman for that job. Anyway, Tilly, if you need me I'm here with my little Swiss Army knife at the ready. Melissa Mason is a freelance writer, you can find her on Insta and TikTok.